Hi, this is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory, and this afternoon we're doing an unboxing. For the last couple of months I have been kind of not buying too much cologne or fragrance or perfume or anything like that because I've been kind of saving my money for a special trip I'm planning. But I was reading about this particular fragrance and it just sounded really interesting and inexpensive. It cost me about $20, and what it is from one of my favorite houses from London called Dunhill. Now, Dunhill was, I'm telling you a little bit about them. I may have mentioned some things about them before in my review of Dunhill for Men, which I'll put a link down below. But the house was created in 1893, and it was, before that, it was a saddlery, and that's a place where they made saddles for horses and different accoutrements for horse riding. It was in London, but it was transformed in 1893 by Alfred Dunhill, and he was the son of the man who first founded the company. He transformed it into an automobile accessories shop where you could get all kinds of things. The first ones to carry horns for cars, they were considered accessories at the time, and they also made leather overcoats and hats and goggles for driving early automobiles. So that went bumpingly along quite well for them until in 1907 he decided to open a tobacco shop, and they expanded to Paris and New York, and Dunhill was the first company to invent a one-handed cigarette lighter. I think I have one. Here's an example. This was my grandfather's lighter. It no longer works, but you can see it's really old and hard to do with one hand now, but it was designed to just flip it up like that with one hand. So there you have your Dunhill lighter. They also created a special cigarette lighter for James Bond in the film Dr. No in 1963, and also in 1963 they began making cigarettes. They also branched out into clothing for men and accessories for men, and they're quite famous for that today. They have shops that are called homes instead of shops, and it's very luxurious. You go in and you can be fitted for a suit or whatever particular kind of clothing you would like to buy. They also carry luxury items for men, fragrance, and they have on-site spas and barbershops, so you can just get the full treatment and come out looking, smelling, and feeling like an English gentleman. Let's take a look at what I got. It is Dunhill Custom, and it was launched in 2011, and it is was created to symbolize the whole history of the company and to exemplify the gentleman and the kind of man who would wear Dunhill fragrances. The box is quite nice. It has the notes listed on the back, which I'll get to in a moment. And let's take a look at the bottle. Now the bottle is really interesting. Do check out their website down below, and you can go on to the website, and actually if you want to order it from them, it's a little more expensive than what I paid, but I paid like $25, I believe. But if you order it on site, you can actually have the cap, which is metal, monogrammed with your initials on it. So here is the bottle. It is quite sharp, elegant, and smart, I would say. Really beautiful, beautiful bottle. And on the top here we have this removable metal piece which they will take off and flip over and monogram for you. But right now, if you get it just online, it simply says custom on top, as you can see right there. So the notes in it are, it's very simple, very straightforward and simple. And like I said in one of my earlier videos, sometimes simple is the best. But the notes are, the top note is an English pippin apple. Now this is what fascinated me about it, made me want to try it, was an English pippin apple. I thought, well, that's really interesting. Then it has a middle note of black pepper, and then the bottom notes are two notes, which are Virginia cedar and incense. So I love incense, and so I thought, well, that really sounds interesting. A pippin, English pippin apple, black pepper, and incense. So it sounds really wonderful. So let's take a sniff and see what we think. Go. Nice sprayer. It's already filling the room. It's really, I would say full-bodied is a nice way to put it. I am not disappointed. This is really, when they said they created it to exemplify an English gentleman or any kind of a gentleman of distinction, it really carries that cachet. It's beautiful. Now the apple is right off the top. The apple, and it's green. It's kind of a green, very sharp, delicious apple, and the pepper comes right up in there in the beginning to spice up that apple. The incense isn't too strong yet. It may come up later on, and it's definitely got a wonderful cedar woody feeling to it. I think I really lucked out on this blind buy. This is a really elegant, sharp, inexpensive, if you get it online. I got mine at Amazon. Cologne for a gentleman. It really is quite nice, really beautiful. So, as I always say, wear what you love and not what they say you should like, and I'll talk to you later.